everybody, it's Karen. Welcome. I'm gonna wait and see if a few people join us. We're here today talking about 6 tips to weight train safely. So I hope we get a few joiners. I'm gonna wait just a minute or two. I know most of you will watch this later. So I'm not gonna waste too much time, but I thought I would just wait. It's fun to have people here I can actually talk to. I have my assistant here today. She's watching me, making sure I'm doing it properly. Little sweetie pie. All right, I'm gonna get going here. People will watch it later, and if people jump in, that would be great. So I am a huge believer, advocate, passionate about strength training for women. At any age, and men too, but specifically I'm talking about middle-aged women and strength training as we get older. It's so important for so many reasons. It boosts our metabolism. As we get older, we lose muscle mass, and that slows down our metabolism. We lose bone mass as we get older too, and strength training not only stresses our muscles, but it stresses our bones. So it's the super important thing to do. One of the most important things you can do for osteoporosis, osteopenia, or to prevent getting them. And it's really good for balance and just function. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've worked with who, as they get older, they can't get out of a chair or they can't get off the floor. And that's because they've lost muscle mass and strength. So in their core and in their legs. So super important. So I'm gonna go over, everybody should be doing it. And I'm gonna talk about 6 really important aspects of strength training that you need to keep in mind before you start or as you're doing it. First of all, you need to warm up. So as you, hey Christy, as you are strength training, you're stressing your muscles, so they need to be warm. So warming up before you begin strength training is the best way to avoid an injury. The blood goes to your muscles, warms them up so that they're able to move and have a little more flexibility. So you want to do that for 5 to 10 minutes. And you can do whatever you want. Stand in place, walk, get on the treadmill, bike, just so that you get your heart rate up a little bit. You're not pushing yourself that hard, but you're just warming yourself and getting your muscles and your brain ready to exercise. The other super important thing that I know does not happen for a lot of people is that you need to challenge yourself when you're doing weight training. The whole principle of weight training is that you're breaking down muscles. So you're kind of creating these tiny little micro tears, which sounds awful and violent, but it's not. That's what happens. And the only way that happens is if you really stress your muscle. And that's the way bone grows too. So I'm talking about both here. So as we stress our muscle and create those tiny little micro tears, when they heal, that's how they become stronger. So that's another reason why you don't want to do, or that is the reason that you don't want to do strength training 2 days in a row. And then also our muscles are attached to our bones, and so by stressing our bones, by pulling on our muscle, stressing our muscle, we stress our bones, and that makes our bones stronger. So if you're just using too light of weights, you're not going to get the benefit of weight training. So you really have to challenge yourself and really stress your muscle. You want to be fatiguing somewhere probably between 12 and 15. Different goals have different repetition goals, for example, but for toning up and just getting stronger, if you're not bodybuilding, which most middle-aged women are not, you want to be somewhere between 12 and 15, and it needs to be hard. All right, and be sure to mix it up. Your body adapts. So if you've been doing the same strength training program for 6 months, it's just not effective anymore. Your muscles become efficient at that motion, and then it's less effective. So which brings us to our third thing, which is rest. So when you're, I touched on it a second ago, but when you're creating these tiny little micro tears in your muscle, which is what you're trying to achieve when you do weight training, they need time to rebuild. So it's the rebuilding process that makes them stronger. So if you don't give them time to rebuild, they don't get stronger. So if you're doing strength training every single day, it's not effective because you don't ever give it that rebuilding time. So you want to get all your major muscle groups, which are legs, back, chest, shoulders, triceps, biceps, and abs. You want to get them all at least twice a week. You want to work them all twice a week. 3 times is better. But you want a day in between. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or however you want to do it, but you want to make sure you have a day in between. Okay, balance training. As we get older, our balance goes. That's just a fact of life. So I talked a minute ago about working with many people that can't get out of a chair, they can't get off the floor. That is due to decreased strength, core strength, leg strength, whatever it is. But it's also a byproduct of that is decreased balance. So doing strength training and balance training, a lot of the strength training exercises, especially the lower body, squats, lunges, things like that, also train your balance. But then you should also be doing specific balance training exercises. And one that you can just easily do at home is standing on one leg. If you struggle with balance, make sure you're standing next to something that you can catch onto if you need to for balance so you don't fall. But really trying to work on that. And then as you become more proficient at that, create an unstable surface somehow. So standing on a pillow or something like that will make it even harder. And those are some very beginner balance exercises, but you should be including balance training in all of your weight training. Making sure you're getting enough food, the proper type of food, enough of it, and enough water. Your muscles need water to repair themselves. So if you're not getting enough water, which is what most people don't get enough of, which is why I'm mentioning it first, you are not going to you're not going to get the results that you really could be getting. You're putting the time in to do the exercises, so make sure you can reap all the results. And if it's just a matter of getting enough water, that's a pretty easy way to get results. And then also make sure you're getting enough protein, which is not normally a problem for our society, but protein is what it takes to rebuild muscle. I've heard or I've read some articles or heard through the grapevine that people think all you have to do is eat protein to build muscle. No, that's not true. You have to actually work your muscles, but eating protein will help them repair themselves. Protein is necessary for muscle repair. And remember, we're damaging our muscle. And then the last important tip I have for you is to stretch. And you want to stretch when you're done. When you weight train, first of all, as we age, and also as we weight train, our muscles get shorter and thicker. You've probably noticed that you're not as flexible as you were when you were younger. Very few people are. So stretching is really important. A lot of people get back pain from not having tight hamstrings. Stretching your hamstrings, stretching your hips, stretching your back, and for sure stretching your chest. I was just slumped over. As we get older, our chest, we sit like this. So you really want to stretch your chest out and work your back to avoid that slumped posture look. Okay, so those are my 6 tips. Warming up, challenging yourself, resting, make sure you're eating right and getting enough water, and stretching. I think that's 6, right? And balance training. Yeah. Okay. Can I answer any questions? I see we have a few people here. I would love to answer some questions for you guys. Any weight training questions at all, or any questions at all? I love to answer questions. But I cannot emphasize enough how important weight training is for women, for everybody, but today we're talking women and middle-aged women. As you age, it's never too late to start. Your body reacts to weight training the same as at age 70 as it does at age 30. So It's never too late to start. You want to make sure you're doing it safely. You want to make sure that you have some guidance if you've never done it before, which brings me to, I almost forgot, my next session of my 12-week program is starting Monday. And in this program, we talk about how to eat for weight loss. It's a weight loss program. We talk about how to eat for weight loss, relearning how to eat for long-term weight loss. It's not going on a diet and then going back to how you used to eat. It's learning how to eat healthy foods for the long term and being able to lose that weight and keep it off. We learn how to exercise. So a lot of it is strength training. You get a new strength training workout every week. It's all 100% guided. It teaches you everything you need to do. And it's important, it's cardio, and then it's strength training, because I'm just passionate about strength training for women, so I want to make sure everybody does that. And then it's also mindset and motivation. Sometimes people have failed at weight loss so many times that they just don't feel like they can do it. And you can, I know you can. And so we really dig into why you failed, what you're telling yourself, and how to turn that around and create success for you. So I would love to have you in there. I'm gonna pop a link below this video. I would love to talk with you. I'm offering free breakthrough calls, consultation sessions to learn about you, where you've struggled, what you've tried, what's worked, what hasn't, and then also to tell you more about my program and see if it might be a good fit for you. So get in there soon and schedule it, because we are starting our next one on Monday, this coming Monday. Let's see, Marianne. Oh yeah, I know, good luck with your knee replacement. That is, yeah, we'll be starting it again. So I'm looking forward to working with you then, Marianne. And I do want to, I think we talked about this, but I do want to encourage you to do some training before your surgery, because it will definitely improve your recovery. I guarantee that. It's scientifically proven. So if I can help you with that at all, let me know. But walking and doing some leg building exercises. I know if you're having a knee replacement, you probably are limited in what you can do, but I know there are things that you can do, even if it's just isometric training. So strengthening all those muscles around there before your surgery is really going to help you recover quickly. So let me know if I can help you with that. I'd love to. Okay, anybody else? All right, well, I encourage you, if you are interested, if you're ready to make a commitment to losing the weight and keeping it off once and for all, getting fit, getting healthy, getting strong, and building that confidence with yourself that you can do it, I encourage you to schedule a 30-minute consultation with me. And like I said, I'll drop the link in right after this video. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Good luck. And if you have any comments or questions, just put them in the comment section. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.